And in your book, you really beautifully talk about limited beliefs and how many of us, and I've done this, have been in jobs or relationships where we are contracted and we are smaller, but we make up a lot of stories on why we have to stay.
Yeah.
I thought you could talk about that.
You know, limiting beliefs are a big part of the first part of this book because, as I said, I didn't want to write a book that told you, just go be your higher self. Like, it's just easy. I wanted to, I feel like I'm walking alongside you. That's the kind of teacher and guide that I am. It's like I've been in the muck, so I know what it's like to be paralyzed by fear. And so when you think about that fear, what is it really? To me, it's just, think about like all of those moments in your life as a child where life was painful. And in those moments, in order to like wrap your little brain around what was happening, you created a belief about yourself that's so contracted because you need to survive. So you're like, you're contracting yourself. Limiting beliefs are those beliefs that you create when you're 5 and that person doesn't pay attention to you, or you're 14 and they're not nice to you at school, or whatever it is, like whatever you believe, I'm not enough, I'm too much. Those are the 2 most common beliefs we all hold. Those parts of us, they don't go away. Those littles, I always say, like, listen to your littles, love your littles, because they're still there. And when you're not aware of them, they are trying to drive the car of your life. They're in the ones that are in that corporate job. They're the ones that are in that marriage, but they can't even see over the steering wheel. Like, that's what it's like to use those strategies to live your life right now. But when you're able to see that, oh, I'm having a belief that is literally limiting me. It's telling me I can't, or I shouldn't, or I don't have what it takes, or it's too scary, don't look at it. When you have that belief, I tell people, like, my sister's a somatic coach, and she's taught me a lot about how you feel these things in your body. You really do contract. You feel the contraction. So when you're in that limiting belief, like, you'll feel the heaviness. That is your younger self. And the best thing that you can do is look at it like that. Because the minute you think, oh, this is a 6-year-old or a 10-year-old, I tell my clients all the time, would you talk to your daughter that way? Would you talk to your little sister that way? Like, think about those aspects of you are always there with you, and they're trying to help you survive. So those are your limiting beliefs. And I believe the problem is when we look at modern day healing, we get too toxically positive about how those parts of us don't exist. And so what we want to do is just be like, nope, I don't want to admit that I have envy or shame or guilt or that I think I'm not enough. I'm just going to be totally all love all the time. I'm emanating love and light and positivity. That's not sustainable because it's not actually real. So when we are able to notice our limiting beliefs, what it's like, what I say in this book is like, you're taking your arm and you're putting it around all those little selves and you're saying, I got you. I know. You're just trying to help me survive. And the minute you do that, they can quiet down because their whole job is to keep you alive. But the minute you notice them and you say, I know you're just trying to keep me alive, then that noise that they create quiets down, and guess what's opening up on this side? Your higher self.